Hi everybody and welcome back to Angie's Jungle House. Today I have for you the first video in my Pot of Shame series. Now, for those of you who don't know or are relatively new to my channel, my Pot of Shame series is going to be basically showing you what the downside of being a plant person is, the failures, the infestations, the sheer neglect that you can actually have for a plant, because I have neglected some plants to literal death. There are some things that I've tried that didn't work for me, whatever. So those of you who are already subscribed to this channel know what my first Pot of Shame is going to be. So we're going to jump straight into this, and I am going to show you what I did to a $40 hanging basket. So first things first, this is a 10, I think it was an 8, but I upgraded it to a 10 inch. Oh, this is so embarrassing. So this is my $40 Monstera Adansonii. This is its single leaf. So what I did was I was slightly underwatering the plant, which underwatering and overwatering can often sometimes look relatively similar with the yellowing of the leaves. So I thought I was overwatering it, so I cut it back even more. And then it started leaf dropping really bad. So essentially, I've overwatered this plant. And in a panic to save what I could, because they're really easy to propagate, I defoliated the entire pot. Now what I have here is one leaf of a Monstera Adansonii in this pot, but several new leaves beginning to sprout. Because this plant is essentially, this plant right here is able to photosynthesize. None of the rest are, which this is completely an experiment. I've decided to continue lightly watering this pot in hopes that if you can see, there are new little sprouts, and there are more coming up than there were before. So I am going to try to regrow this pot. The chances are that anything or everything will survive is pretty slim, considering 98% of this pot can't photosynthesize, period. I do kill plants, and don't ever get me wrong on that, I do. And some of them I orphan just out of sheer boredom. Some plants you think you can handle in your climate and you can't. It's not humid enough, or it's too humid, or sometimes you just get too busy and you forget that plant in the corner and you didn't water it. It's really anybody's guess and what you can or can't handle. So anyhow, I want to credit Planting with Julin here on YouTube for the idea. She has her Pot of Shame series, and I figured, did I say Pot of Shame? I meant Pot of Fame. Anyhow, her Pot of Fame series, and she has been doing that for a while. And I always love to see her, you know, her theme is new month, new leaf, and it's really super awesome. Love it. But I figured I would show you the downside. That is my take on her idea and making it my own. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first Pot of Shame video that I have filmed for you. Stay tuned, there will be more. I have a couple in queue waiting because, Lordy, I have done some stupid shit in the last few months. I think I'm overexerting myself just a little bit, spreading myself just a tiny bit too thin. I might actually be dialing back some of my plants just for the sole fact that I'm forgetting that I have plants in certain places, and I think I just have a few too many for one person remodeling and doing the current projects that she is doing, and I possibly have puppies on the way, which is also just, it's another thing, and in itself, I think I'm going to sell off some of my stock and make a little bit more room for personal time. There are plenty of plants that I'm going to keep, and I'm just trying to decrease my number by maybe 30% at least for a while, and I can build that number back up again someday. But I think for this year, that's going to be a lot much for me to handle. So I'm realizing this now, and I'm going to try to dial back. I'm still going to keep up with my propagations and what have you, but they'll be spread a little bit farther apart. I have been getting pretty into succulents, considering I have about 15 of them I haven't killed yet, so I think I have figured out the succulent algorithm. But I'm not gonna lie, out of 3 of the succulents that I've hauled in the last few months, I have given root rot to 3 of them, because I left them in my greenhouse too long. So yeah, that's a thing. I pitch those, so because, you know, when a succulent gets root rot, it really stinks. So I threw those out, so no pot of shame on those. But anyhow, I have had enough rambling. I'm boring myself, and I'm sorry to bore you. As always, thank you for watching, and happy planting, and I will see you in the next one.